honestly, what a deal, A man is basically, he's a worker, he's a builder. He's essentially a sacrificer. You know what I mean? If he's a strong man, he's able to do so much work that he doesn't need anywhere, as much as he can do. Right? So he's ideally suited as a protector, as a provider, as all those things, right? But no. We're just going to throw that shit away. But women are just as good at it. It's like, no, they're not. They buy shoes. That's all they do. They fulfill their vanity, Men aren't like that. You don't see men just mindlessly fulfilling their vanity. Some, you see very few men who will do that. Now, some of these like super rich guys, like I'm not going to name names, but they do crazy stuff. They buy all kinds of crazy stuff and compete with each other and things like that. But look at someone like Elon Musk. You know what I mean? It seems like he just keeps putting his money back into like his exploration and projects and things like that. Although he was, he's married and things like that. So I'm not exactly saying MGTOW, but look, if somebody does something right, you know what I mean? Like if you're learning how to play the guitar and there's this guy and he really knows how to play the guitar and he'll teach you how to play the guitar, learn from him how to play the guitar, right? It doesn't matter if he's MGTOW or not MGTOW. You're MGTOW, okay? It's okay. Do you see what I'm saying? Don't discount the stuff that this guy can do just because he's not MGTOW. He's still a man. He still has, valuable things. So don't cheat yourself, right? I'll tell you, one of the biggest deals that a lot of men have to learn is how to take care of themselves. This is why I did the video not too long ago about, essentially how to be a father to yourself. Some guys were like, why do I need to do that? And it's like, well, the sympathy and compassion and empathy that you can have for yourself is an indicator as to how you're going to treat a real child, a real son, and if you don't have a child or a son, then why aren't you taking care of yourself? Why aren't you making the most of your opportunities? Why aren't you giving yourself the best chance that you possibly can in life? Right? So just as you would, inform your son that, take care of yourself, look after yourself, look after your needs, and here's something, it's very important. If you're being cheated in life, it doesn't matter if you're allowing yourself to be cheated. It'll destroy your motivation. It'll hurt your motivation, unless you can turn it around. Like, let's be honest. The status quo, the gynocentric feminized world doesn't like the MGTOW message, okay? They do everything they can to shut it down. I put out a single video, something as innocuous as maybe women aren't the most perfect things in the world, and it's going to get 10 times the number of flags and, being reported as hate speech than a feminist video that is, in fact, a form of hate speech. And I'm not going to go into the details because it disturbs me to watch their stuff. It really does. Lately I've been getting some, hey, how are my volume levels? How are my audio levels? The other day I was here and everybody was giving me really, they were saying, oh, the audio's echoing and things like that. And then I went back and listened to my audio and it was fine. It was loud. It was too loud. But other than that, it was fine. So let me take a look. What's going on? Am I not broadcasting? Just looking for the chat room and things like that. Just want to confirm that my audio is okay. The audio levels are okay. Hey, thanks for the super chat. Awesome. I appreciate it. NYC Korean MGTOW people. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you too, NYC Korean MGTOW. Made a big difference this year in MGTOW. Big shout out to you. You've supported the other content producers. You've created a community. You've built up, you've created a dialogue and conversation. Very impressive. I really appreciate you being around. I think I pinned one of your comments earlier today. Tim is here. Thank you for stopping by, Tim. Prune Juice Power is here. Audio is smooth and sweet. See, that's what I'm looking for. And I can trust Prune Juice Power, because the people who were giving me feedback before, it wasn't good feedback. They were just like, I don't know, maybe they were talking to me about like their audio setup or something like that. Right? Yeah. So I'm working on some audio stuff. Some stuff. I'm going to have to bring a lot more of my resources to bear in my production of MGTOW videos, because I really do need to like up the quality and increase the message and, you know, expand the whole scope and vision of the whole thing, right? Because we're reaching out to, you know, countless men. It's going to be millions of men soon, because they're wising up. They're waking up to the gynocentric bullshit that the women are putting out there. Yeah. Me Too hashtag, you know? Yeah. This is the story about the man who said Merry Christmas, right? And he lost his job and he got sued, you know, and he had to go to court and he almost went to jail because all he did is look at the woman and say, Merry Christmas. And she was like, he tried to rape me. So everything is sexual harassment now. You look at the woman, you talk to the woman, you pass by the woman, and they're crazy. You know what I mean? They actually believe it. It's not like, you know, she's sitting there and plotting like some evil witch. She's crazy. She's walking past somebody and thinking, I don't like the way he looked at me. I'm going to report him. You know, I'll show him a lesson, basically, is what she's doing. Right? Super entitlement. We're living in an age of super female entitlement. How to not get destroyed by a bitch. That's got to be like one of my next bitch videos. How to not get destroyed. And it's like, man, good luck. Good luck, right? It's going to be a long video, right? Like, what kind of an attitude are you going to have to adopt as a man to not get destroyed by a bitch? You know, seriously, you know, there it is. There's a good question. Okay. You want to say you ignore them? No, wrong. If they catch you ignoring them, they'll come after you. So you can't ignore them. But I've spoken about this, you know, and I need to build up on it. It's basically like looking through them or looking over them, like you're aware of them, you know, the way that you have no feelings about them, okay? You don't let any emotions about them show, you know, so like you see them, but then you just keep moving. Because if you look at them and you make eye contact with them and you smile at them, or you know, prop up your shoulders or something like that, it's like a signal. You know what I mean? She'll like turn towards you and start coming towards you. It's like, I need money. I have a flat tire, right? That other man, he looked at me. And so you can't even, you know, you can look at them, of course, right? But then you just like have no response. You are essentially like the moon, okay? Where the cloud passes over the surface of the moon. The moon doesn't care. It's still the moon. So your consciousness remains unperturbed, unaffected by these bitches, because that's what they want. They want to create an effect in you, and then they want to use it to control you. And now it's so bad. Look, should a man take a one-on-one meeting with a woman? No, he shouldn't. You know, he cannot. He has to be in the open. It has to be out there in, you know, public, everywhere, everything. You have to have witnesses. So women are taking over. We knew this was coming. We warned you that this was coming. Okay, this isn't you can't be, you know. So you better find a way out of your corporate job. You better find something else before they throw you out. It's just a matter of time now. This is how it is for men. Okay. And I'm sorry. I'm really sorry for you young men. You know, look, there's still opportunities. You have the internet. What are you doing? Why are you not online? Why are you not making videos? I don't care if you're involved in music. I don't care if you're involved in video editing. I don't care if you're involved in game production. I don't care if you're involved in trading baseball cards. Why aren't you online establishing yourself, your personal brand? You think it makes you a whore? You think that only women do shit like that? Bullshit. Everything you do, you know, should be about you. Now, I know it's hard as a man to adopt that mindset, but that's what you have to do in this day and age. You're not a slave. You're not a servant. You know, you're You're not on the plantation. They don't even want you on the plantation. You've got the wrong attitude for the plantation. You can't unlearn the red pill.